Okay, so I'm just following on from the previous video about how to size for rings, where I was talking about the benefits of using a fixed ring sizer over one of these little plastic belt type ring sizers. And it occurred to me that there was a few other bits of information that I could have included. So as I mentioned, your ring size can increase up to 3 sizes depending on the temperature. So if you're wearing the same ring in the summer or the winter, it might feel very, very different. So if you're buying a piece of jewellery for a specific event like a wedding that's happening in the summer, then you might think about going with a size that you know is going to fit when your fingers are at their fattest. Ways to get around that. So not everybody likes tight fitting rings. It's a very personal taste as to how you like your rings to fit. So if you're unsure about sizing, I would recommend looking for an open band. So I'm going to show you, this is one that I've made here. This is literally just one piece of wire that's wrapped around and around. Like a spring, so there is a little bit of give in that. So as my finger swells with the heat, the band does actually have a little bit of give in it. Something like this one here, which is an open, it's like a horseshoe shape. Again, that will allow you expansion room. Whereas if you've got a fixed band, there's not really going to be any give in that. Also, you've got to think about the differences between a skinny thin band and a much thicker one. So here are two I've made. I've got a thick spinner ring here, and then a very similar band that's made from much thinner wire. So when you're sizing for your rings, if you're using this, you'll notice that the rings on this are quite thin. So they're not going to give an accurate reading if you're actually looking to order or commission a thicker ring like that, because it's going to give a inaccurate reading. So if you're thinking about ordering a thicker ring, you need to think, right, what's going to fit me that width up my finger. So while something that might, getting all muddled up with my words, while something like this might feel comfortable there, you've got to imagine if you've got the sort of four of those stacked up on top of each other, is it still going to feel comfortable, or do you actually need to size up one or perhaps even 2 sizes? So think about the style of ring and where that's actually going to sit on your finger. I've had a few customers that have asked about who have experienced arthritic knuckles, and I know that can lead to lots of swelling and difficulty getting rings over the knuckle that might be much bigger than the base of the finger. So in that case, I would also recommend like an open ring. And I don't actually have one to show you, but it's basically an open band that twists round, but there then is a bit of wriggle room for your finger to expand, and it still sits comfortably. You can also pull the metal gently as your finger expands so that the ring's a comfortable fit for you. If you're interested in seeing any images of those rings that I mentioned that I don't actually have in stock, I can dig some out and I'll post them in the comments. Okay, thanks for watching.